Hello, my beautiful people. Thank you for coming back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. I'm so glad that you stopped by. Today, as you can probably tell from the title, it is a letter to my freshman viewers. Now, if you're not a freshman and you're watching this, you can still take tips from this too. But these are mostly just things that I wish someone had told me like my freshman year. Kind of like a freshman bucket list, you know what I'm saying? Because if I had done a good majority of this stuff, I would have been smooth my freshman year. This video is going to be in 3 segments. So the first group of things we're going to talk about are your social things. Second group is your academic things. And the third thing is your financial aspect, baby. We talking about them coins, the money, okay? So let's get right into it. Social tips. So these are all things that are going to be geared towards your social life while you're in college, things that you should be doing, things that you should be thinking about doing, and what you should kind of get yourself prepared to do as far as your social life is concerned. So the first thing I want to tell y'all as freshmen, please make sure that y'all are making friends with upperclassmen. Upperclassmen are just the plug. They will tell you about a lot of stuff. It makes your life easy because you don't really have to go searching for a lot of information. You have them as a resource. They want to help you. They want you to be better. They want you to matriculate through college and be successful. They want to put you on. They want to tell you like, look, bro, don't take this professor because they hard. They like to do unnecessary stuff, but this professor, they are a lot more understanding. Their workload is a lot better. Their exams, they actually have old exams that you can study just to kind of pick up on a format, and these are a few ways that you can kind of finesse this. So make friends with upperclassmen. Also, only drink with people that you know. I know that when you first get into college, there's a lot of drinking going on. My freshman year, I had a terrible drinking experience, and there is a video for that. I will put it in the comment section below. But just drink with people that you know, because if something happens, if something goes wrong, you need to know that those people are going to look out for you, that they're going to make sure you're good, that they're going to make sure that, you know, nothing happens to you and things of that nature. My ladies, make sure that when you drink in a pack, you stay together, and you do not stray from the group. Take community bathroom trips. For real. 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 Chill on partying. Chill on partying, just because it's going to be plenty of parties once you get to college, and to be honest with you, them parties going to always be there. It's always going to be another one. It's always going to be one every weekend, and as a freshman, you should really be focusing on your academics. You should really be focusing on your academics, and I'm going to tell you why when we get to that portion. Ask a lot of questions. You should be talking to your RAs. Oh, that's another thing. Get to know your RAs. Ask them a lot of questions. Pick their brains. Your upperclassmen friends, ask them a lot of questions. Your professors, ask them a lot of questions. Like, you should just be asking a lot of questions. If you're curious about something, please do your research. Please reach out to people, because no question is a dumb question unless you don't ask it and you still sitting there confused. So always, always, always ask a lot of questions and get to know your RA. My next thing, you should be doing some community service. It's a great way to get to know people. It's a great way to get exposure to different people, different cultures, different customs, cultural differences. You can be made aware of them. You can learn things about other nationalities, other groups, other things that may be offered on campus, other orgs. You can just learn so much. So do some community service and hang out with people of different cultures, because you're only as intelligent as the people you surround yourself with. But if those people are all from different walks of life, you're on your way to a great start. My last thing for social tips is, please do not DS Greeks. Do not DS Greeks. I see so many freshmen go to college, and yes, Greek life is interesting, it's great, but do not DS Greeks. You do not want to be known as that thirsty girl, or the groupie, or the guy who just, you know, always following up behind the org. Like, if you genuinely want to get to know people from an org, then get to know them. Go to their programs, you know, whatever, but don't DS them. Don't be on their sack. Like, that's weak. Don't do that. Okay? Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Also, you should join an org. Join an organization, whether it be like mentoring program or just some way to reach back, because it's just a great way to get to know people on campus. It's a great way to figure out, you know, what else is out there that you might enjoy, that you might like, that you might want to spend some time with. You know what I'm saying? So, go join an org. Go figure out what's out there. Go get active. You know what I'm saying? Do some community service. Get active. Make a difference. Join an org. because you need that leadership experience. You need that resume builder. You need that reference. You need to be networking with other people. So go ahead and join the org. Become a leader on campus and show people the way. I'm giving away all these keys. Y'all should be giving away keys on your campus too. Join the org. Now, academically, yes, let's talk about the academics. To my freshmen, please try your hardest to get your GPA as high as you can. As high as you can your freshman year, just because it will just be smooth sailing the rest of your college career from there, because it's a lot harder to bring up an F than it is to maintain an A. I mean, don't get me wrong, your courses will be hard, but knowing that you have such a high GPA will just open so many doors for you. It will open so many opportunities for you to just do other things, and it'll allow you the space to just relax sometimes. When you don't have the GPA that allows you to have that wiggle room, it just creates more pressure in the end. It really does, and it just makes college a little bit harder when it really don't have to be. But it's just a great way to have some cushion there. So make sure that you are on top of your academics and try to get your GPA as high as possible. Next thing, and most important, do not, I repeat, do not schedule 8 a.m. classes, bro. That's like one of the worst things you could possibly ever do. Now, for some of y'all probably thinking like, but I mean, I had to be at high school at 7:45, and I had to be up at 5 o'clock. It's not the same, bro. When you get in college, it's just like your body just be like, I got the option to have a 10 a.m. class and sleep. I'm going with that. So then it's going to be hard to get up. Now, for some people who are morning people, that works perfectly fine for them. But me, I tried the 8 a.m. class, and I was literally dragging in there every day like, okay, I'm here. What are we doing? Okay, all right. Like, no, it's a setup, bro. Don't do it. Some courses, depending on what it is, you might not have a choice, and that really, really sucks. So you want to see if you can finesse that in the summer class. Also, that's another thing. Take summer courses. Mainly to my freshmen, I'm telling y'all this because your cost per credit hour as a freshman is lower than it will be when you are a sophomore, a junior, or a senior, unless your school has like a tuition lock program where whatever you come in a tuition is, that's what the tuition is the whole time that you're in school. Most schools don't have a tuition lock program, and tuition is going to go up every single year. So every single year is going to be more expensive. Also, you could use that time to go to community colleges. It's even cheaper if you're at a community college than you are at a university. But definitely look into summer classes, okay? Because that's the plug. I got a video on that. Don't trip. These next couple of tips, they kind of all smush into each other, but they're all their separate entities. You should be going to office hours, getting in good with your professors, and getting to know your advisor. That is going to office hours, getting to know your professors, and getting to know your advisors. Your professors and your advisors are the people who can write you letters of recommendation moving forward. They are also the people who are kind of looking out for you to be successful, especially if you're in a small class or you have a major that is of a smaller college. Those are the people who are going to really look out for you. Also, too, going to office hours, you should be going to office hours to get clarity on anything that their lessons cover that you do not understand, that you're having a hard time with, that is of difficulty to you. If you just want to get to know your professor, if you just want to go talk to them, you should definitely do that. Let them know you by name and face, because going to a large school, you're really just a number. You're a student number, and that's it. They don't know you personally, so it's no bias or anything like that. But I know plenty of people who have benefited from going to office hours and getting to know their professor, because when they got to the end of the semester, it's okay, they had a 2.499. Technically, that professor is supposed to give them a 2.0 instead of a 2.5 as a grade. But somebody who went to office hours as opposed to somebody who didn't, that person who went to office hours, they more than likely gonna get that 2.5. That person who didn't go to office hours, they more than likely gonna get that 2.0. If your professor is one of those type of people, if you don't got it, you don't got it. I can't help you with that. And there are quite a few professors that are like that. So you want to make sure that they know you by face and by name. And that they know, look, this person is really putting effort into my class. This person is really trying to grasp the material. This person is really serious about their education, and I'm going to be a resource to them, and I'm going to help them out any way that I can because they put the initiative in to do that. So make sure you get to know your professors, know your advisors, and go to office hours. Finding a class and getting in class, there are a few things you should be doing. One, you should find a class before it is time for that class to start. Meaning, them couple of days that you got before class officially starts, you should be using those to go find out where your class is and how to get there before the day of, because you can get lost, the bus could break down, you could be running late, you might forget. Figure out where that class is and figure out a route to get there too. A lot of people said this when I was in college. They would say things like, cheat before you repeat. Now, colleges will tell you, cheating will get you dismissed. Cheating will blah, blah, blah. Academic dishonesty, yada, 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 whatever. I was also told, cheat before you repeat and C's get degrees. However, C's do not get you into grad school. So if you got C's and that's what you're aiming for, don't plan on going to grad school because it's going to be hard for you to get in. But, you know, look, some people used to tell me that all the time. I heard it very frequently. I knew people who was cheating in college, and I would just be like, that ain't my business. You know, whatever they do, that's you. Whatever I do, that's me. But I'm not in my business. So, also, too, with that, you want to make sure that you're making study groups, form study groups, be a part of a study group. It'll help you grasp the material a lot better. You'll have people to rely on for notes in the event that you have an emergency and cannot make it to class. You'll have those people who are a resource to you, and you'll just be able to, you know, just get the notes from them and be okay. Other people who don't form study groups, they won't have that luxury and they won't have that extra added resource to them. So make sure you form study groups. Cheat before you repeat if necessary. Please don't get caught. I didn't tell y'all to do this. Okay? I didn't tell you. Don't recommend it. And find your class before the class starts. Last two for this one. The first one is that you always want to take 2 sets of notes. When you in college classes, it's going to be a lot of information that they're going to throw at you. Take 2 sets of notes. One to pass the test and the second one for the truth. Because college will have you questioning quite a few things. It will teach you to do your research on stuff that you don't feel is right or true or accurate. Always take 2 sets of notes. One for the truth and one for the test. The last one, you should be finding out about study abroad programs. You should be finding out about study away programs. And if you want to do them, if you don't want to do them, you should find out why, what's offered, talk to your advisor about what you can do, find a study abroad office, and go get your passport. Okay? Last but not least, we talk about them coins, baby, that money. Okay? So, 3 things for this one. Real simple. 1, find out about resources that includes your scholarships. Okay, find out about scholarships, find out about grants. I know at Michigan State we had something called a computer grant. You can get that. Okay, if you are in the College of Journalism, you communications major, you got class in the Comm Arts building, all that good stuff. Theirs is a little more. Their computer grant is a little bit more just because they require a MacBook because of the software that has to go on it. So, yes, I bet y'all probably ain't know that either. But look into your prospective school or university, see if they offer that as well. And then the last one is that you should have a side hustle, my baby. You should have a side hustle, period. It's just a great way for you to make money on your own time, outside of classes, under the table type of money. You know, I know there's quite a few people who do hair in school. I did box braids and all that crochet style stuff. I did all of that while I was in college, and I was charging $100 a head. And when I was living in an apartment, that was great. I know some people who live on campus, they used to do sew-ins, quick weaves, all that stuff out of their dorm rooms. There were guys who would cut hair outside of their dorm rooms. They would have their own clippers and everything, and like that, they would have their little advertisements and stuff. People would cut hair and have their little side hustles in college. I also know that some people's side hustles was making Greek gifts. I used to do it all the time. I did hair, I made Greek gifts, all of that. You know, it's some people in college who used to do manicures out their dorm, pedicures out their dorm. Like, you really have to just be creative, and you have to cater to the environment that you in. If I could have picked up another hustle or did something else, I would have learned how to retwist dreads while I was in college, because, like, everybody had dreads. Everybody. Charging what, $40, $50 a head for a retwist and having like 4 clients a week. Do you know how much money I would have made if I was doing that? So you always want to make sure that you have a side hustle. If you haven't gone away to school yet, Learn how to do something. I don't care what it is. You better start. I know people who sell food in college. They make cupcakes and cookies and pies. They was selling everything, making bands. Everybody love to eat. It was people who was cooking food. They were selling dinners. So, you know, you just kind of got to be creative. You kind of got to just cater to what your community likes, what your community needs, and make it something that you enjoy. Don't do something that you don't like, because at the end of the day, you don't have to do it if you don't want to, because you do it on your own time. I'm Customized Key, and thanks for tuning in with me. I hope that you'll share this video with a friend. I hope that all these tips have been really resourceful to you, and I hope that you do your own research on your prospective school or university. Like I said, if y'all like this video, give it a thumbs up, baby. Comment, rate, and subscribe, and I will catch y'all on the flip side. Peace out.